out there in the galaxy and planet Earth. Some of you already know me, some of you don't. My name is Marc Cohen. I'm from Henderson, Nevada. It's about 15 miles outside of Las Vegas. I'm originally a New Yorker, moved out here in the year 2000. I am a casual competitive video game player for over 38 years. If I can solve a puzzle, shoot it, drive it, throw it, or just don't know it, I am game. I can play, I do play just about everything in most genres, from classic console to modern to classic arcade to the most recent pinball machines. My start here at Twin Galaxies is very straightforward. I met Walter Day at the Classic Gaming Expo back in 2007, not even knowing there was even an organized scorekeeping site or company in existence, nor even knowing who Walter Day was. He gave me a quick history of who TG was and why they existed, and I was very intrigued. Stuck out to me during the show, and the very next day I browsed the site, searched some scores, and said, hey, I can beat this. The rest is history. So I guess you'd call me a veteran, but there are people before my time. Behind me, what did I do before Twin Galaxies? Well, I had my own scoreboard. This is my Atari scores. I've been tracking this for over 10 years. Basically, these are my personal bests. I do keep this current. This is mostly Atari. I put in alphabetical order. I don't have most of these. Well, I have most of these games. Some of these are emulators, some hard to find games that I download. But it's my personal best. I always try to beat myself. No pun intended. Over here, I got some Genesis scores. This will be interesting. Over here, let me get my a little closer. Let's see. I'm an amateur here. Let's try it. Yeah, I kept track of my Twin Galaxies records. So back in 2008, I had 309. Every year it went up: 527, 611, 647. Ooh, January 1st, 2015, when the site went back online, I had 662. Well, I now have 750, so I guess I'm active again. That's my hit list, and some NES records. Again, these are personal records. These aren't necessarily world records. I play for fun. It's all about the fun. Over here is my trading card. Walter Day created this for the Twin Galaxies World, all the gamers. And I just have a whole bunch there on top of my private scoreboard. And let's see, over here is a poster. This was back in the Classic Gaming Expo in 2012, where Walter Day honored a bunch, I would say about a dozen or so gamers at the event here in Las Vegas. It was the trading card premiere show, but he's been doing his rounds across the country. Gotta love Walter Day. There's no other patriot that would just do this for the gamers. Walter is awesome. Good friend. This was back in August 2012. A year later, he also honored some gamers, including myself, at the Art Gallery expedition in Atomo, Iowa, Fairfield. And it was an art gallery show, and he honored the trading cards. So another poster that I decided to frame. Ironically, also the date is August 11th, exactly a year after the show, August 11th. Kind of funny, both of them fell through the dates of August 11th. This was a week event, this was a one-day event. I missed it because it was my wife's birthday and we decided to go to Cancun versus Iowa. No offense to Iowa, but I chose Cancun. So I totally respect these posters that Walter has provided to me. All right, here's my gaming history. This is officially my retro room. Circle around. Did a good job cleaning. This room is usually a mess. Well, first off, here are my Atari games in my drawer here. So let's see. Most of these are my original games. Now, again, hold the phone here, because if I pull up some of these games, I kept my own score. So here, just an example, not that I play this often, Crystal Castles. I kept my personal best going back in the 80s. See this piece of paper? I used to write down my scores when I beat them, personal best, and tape them to the cart. So yeah, this paper and tape is back in the mid 80s, early 80s actually, of my personal best. Now some of these I've beaten, some of them I haven't. If I've beaten them, it goes up on my scoreboard, my personal scoreboard. If it happens to be a world record or I choose to submit it, Twin Galaxies has it. So these are my 80s scores. I always try to beat my 1980s score. So I've been keeping records going back for over 35 years, writing it down on a piece of paper, not knowing a Twin Galaxies, again, existed. So these are all my old school Atari games. Most of these are my originals from the late 70s, early to mid 80s. Let's see. So I graduated, high school in the late 80s. I was more of a Commodore 64 guy. I was a computer guru, so I was not really into Nintendo. My brothers were. Most of these are my brother's games. However, my brother's Nintendo broke. This is actually my wife, Amy's Nintendo she had in the 80s. Because my brother's broke. This is, again, the Nintendo I play with. I'm not a hardcore Nintendo player. I play for fun, casual. My parents threw away most of my brother's games, so some of these games I had to collect in time. I only got about 20, 25 games. Nothing great. But yeah, this is my my wife's NES when she was a teenager. Again, I was into the Commodore. I was playing the computer games. This Genesis is my original, not my original Genesis, my brother's. He was a Genesis player. They would go at it in HL 94. Again, half these games were originally his, and half these games I just got in time over eBay. So yeah, this Genesis was mostly played in my house with my brothers. Mostly, my brother against my other brother. I would just watch and laugh it off while I played my Commodore. But I played Genesis once in a while, as well as Nintendo. But I was in high school. I had other interests at the time. So yeah, when I went to college, I lost interest. So I would say from 89 to 1999, maybe a 10-year gap of just totally losing interest in video games. Got back into it with the PlayStation. My wife bought it for me for my birthday. Got back into it, I have to say, with the PlayStation. This is my original PlayStation PS1. This is just a lot of junk here. Let's see. Okay, well, yeah, later on, in the 2000 or so, when computer games were in vogue, I was into those SimCity and those tycoon games, like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Let's see, SimCity, Cruise Ship Tycoon. Yeah, I have to go down record by saying SimCity 4, which I haven't played in over 10 years, was probably the most addicting game I've ever played. When it comes to favorite games, it depends on the system. I really don't have one true favorite game. So SimCity 4 for the PC, I wasted many, many hours of suffering and playing this game. I was hooked. Probably the most addicting game I ever played. When it comes to Atari, I'll have to say Pitfall 2 kept me busy the most. That's probably my favorite. Genesis, Nintendo, really don't have a favorite. Let's see. So yeah, going down here, just old PC games. Let's see, this is one of my Atari catalogs from the late 70s. This is one of my games I had no idea. It could have been Defender or Berserk. Maybe Video Pinball. This is one of the catalogs I got from one of the games back in the Atari days. I really grew up on the Atari 2600, period. End of story. Let's see, here just some more junk here. Joysticks, control pads. Oh, this is interesting. When I would say so last 7-8 years of Twin Galaxies, I kept every single score I've ever submitted. So I wrote them down as I submitted old school VHS tapes. I mean, I kept records, of course. It's all here. My God, I think I kept everything. I have not gone through this. Yeah, going down the list. Commodore 64 emulators. There's a lot of shit here. There are thousands of scores. I got over 1,000 submissions. If I have 750 world records, I have to go on record by saying maybe half of them are really world records, because if I haven't competed against someone, I don't want that to count. If I'm in an inaugural record, it might be a Twin Galaxies record, but it's not really a record unless I have some competition. So I've had plenty of that in the past. So I would say maybe 200-300 of my scores I could safely say they're world records. 2008, oh yeah, met Walter Bay again at Fun Spot, when I officially shook his hand saying, yeah, a year later I'm hooked, I'm a Twin Galaxies guru, and this was during the King of Con craze. This is the Fun Spot X, Fun Spot 10 tournament. So I knew where I stood in front of all those arcade players. Bottom line is I was average against the best of the best. That's okay. If I'm, let's say 100 players back in 2008 played, maybe I was, I don't know, ranked 50 or 60th out of the 100. I was happy being average. Again, these guys lived and died by the arcade. I played mostly for fun. And then I picked up the video game book of world records. Oh, Walter Day signed this. May 29, 2008, Fun Spot. Probably my only true tournament I've ever entered in the world of video games. Again, it's just a hobby. Let's walk around the room. Let's see. Well, for fun, this is my, bear with me, there we go. Yeah, this is my X Arcade tank stick when I play my MAME emulators. I use this old 10-year-old computer strictly for the Commodore 64 Vice emulator. I download the ROMs from my other computer with a flash card, and I use the tank stick. And this is my GP2X. This is kind of like a handheld emulating device. Just put a card in, and there you go. You're off and running. This thing's pretty cool. I bought this, God, yeah, maybe 7, 8 years ago. It still works. Made in South Korea. GP2X, I recommend it for anyone who's into emulators. I have, yeah, all the ROMs for most of them for the Commodore 64, Nintendo, NES, Super NES, MAME, of course, and some old school Atari 7800 games. I've only had the 2600, never had the other two Ataris. Let's see. Yeah, lately I've been to the flashbacks. I bought this a couple of months ago, the ColecoVision flashback. It's fun. Never had a ColecoVision, so it was interesting playing it. I play it once in a while, but not as often. I was glued to this when I first got it. Came out a couple of months ago. And there's the flashback. Oh yeah, the Intellivision plug and play. Just playing around. Never owned a television. Never owned a ColecoVision before. That's the Atari flashback. That's the second one, the only one I have. Just to play some homebrews. I was into the homebrews. Yeah, I'm into the Beatles. I am, besides the video game hobby, I love the Beatles. I'm a Beatles collector, hobbyist. Favorite rock group, I was born in the wrong generation. Any group before my time, Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, these are my favorite bands. I'm also a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, as you know from my hat. Let's see. My favorite wrestler, the Hot Rod. My cousin met him, got me an autograph. To Mark, kick ass. Rowdy Roddy Piper. If you don't know who he is, you're living on a different planet. Good advice. Let's see. Going around the room. Yeah, just some Fun Spot memorabilia. Let's see here. My trading card in a little sleeve. Oh, this is kind of cool. Hold on. Swing my camera around. Okay, yes, this is an original, nothing to do with video games. The 1969, in the summer '69, the Woodstock Music Art Festival. Yes, Woodstock. It was before my time, of course. This is my father's ticket. He misplaced this ticket. He got it through a radio station, as he told me. Now, it has some significance not only because I'm a classic rock fan, but because rumor has it I was conceived during the Woodstock Music Festival in the summer '69. So to make a long story short, the reason why this ticket is in such good condition is because my father got it. He Well, he bought it through a radio station. He paid $24 back in '69, and he misplaced the ticket. So I would say about 10, 15 years ago, my grandmother found it in an envelope in a drawer, in pristine condition. So I don't think it has any value, but it has some sentimental value. So to make a long story short, my father and his friends sat on the New York State Thruway and just sat there and made their way over, parked their car on the highway, walked 2-3 miles, went to the festival, and yeah, as he told me, yes, it was a disaster zone, and people jumped the fences anyway. You didn't even need the ticket. You could have gotten it for free. It was a free festival. But he lost the ticket, but he went anyway. So kind of cool. I don't think there's many of these out there in existence in this condition. But yeah, it's hilarious. This is a little memento. Trading card, Beatles, stuff. Yes, the only Coke bottle with my name spelled with a C. Had to find that when I was traveling in Paris last spring, because my name is non-existent with a C. M-A-R-C. So go back to Woodstock, the C probably stands for that little white substance that you sniff. I don't know. I don't use drugs. Can't say the same for my parents back in the 60s, though. Can I vouch for that? And, alright, this is my retro room. You're looking at it. This is where I usually play my classic consoles. And there's my magical Atari Junior, which I currently play with. Alright. Let's take a walk to the modern side. This is the retro room. And we're in the man cave. Here's my game room. More Beatles lithographs. This is my pool table. And anyone I invite over, we play $100 a game. This is where I hustle for money. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really a good pool player. I just play for fun. Occasional entertainment for friends. I don't know. I love this dartboard. Okay, last time my wife played with me, let's see. Here's the proof. Amy scored, we played cricket. Amy scored 104. I scored 74. This has been up there for probably over 5 years. This is to remind me that there's always someone better than you out there, no matter what game you play. What's nice to know is anyone can beat you, even your own wife. So if your own wife can beat you at a game, anyone can beat you at a game. It's out there just for humor, to remind me. I never erased it. Strictly a reminder. And yeah, just dartboard. Okay. This is what's called the Marcade, M-A-R-C-A-D-E. Only my name could be spelled properly with arcade, Marcade. Just put an M. Just put an M there. I should make the guy do it. Yeah, I bought this from someone. This is 10 years old. Yes, of course, it's a 50-in-1 cabinet. It's a tabletop JAMA board. All my favorites are here from the 80s. And again, I bought this 10 years ago. Me and a friend of mine, my friend knew a colleague that built this. I actually watched him build this 10 years ago. I babied this thing for over 10 years. It still plays like it's brand new. Great condition. So this is my Marcade. And got my Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man arcade is probably my favorite of the arcade games. And I play this once in a while, maybe every week or so on a Sunday when NASCAR races I'm watching on TV, or during some football games. As long as I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm not glued to the TV. Any football game, Monday Night Football, I'll sometimes be playing my 80s Marcade. Yeah, it's your multicade. It's your 50-in-1. Galaga, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, so forth. They're all there. But, all right, here we go. Okay, now the modern games. Well, not much modern anymore 5 years ago, but here's my Wii. And the games, my controller. Let's see. Well, in the other retro room, I have my own PlayStation games. I didn't get the chance to show you, but it's there. So, yeah, this is the Wii over here. Yeah, going back 8-10 years, my PlayStation 2 collection. Yeah, my favorites, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, the classic Call of Duties, not really the new ones. I think they sold out. The old classic Call of Duties are the good ones. Driver, Need for Speed. I am a Madden guru, so that there's Madden 08, Madden 07. No, that's just Madden 08, sorry. I have some, I have Madden 2004, Madden 2002 for the PS1 in the other room. This is the PS2. Anything Star Wars, yeah, I'll own or play. Sometimes PC, mostly on the PS2, PS3 consoles, an old school Star Wars classic console. Not really into the more, the PC Star Wars, but I am a Star Wars fan. Gran Turismo, probably my favorite genre, alongside with Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so now the modernist, and before I get my PS4, which I'll be in the market for probably pretty soon when Rock Band comes out. Love Rock Band. Okay, we got the Pinball Hall of Fame, one of my favorite games. Yeah, I play those Lego games. Gotta love Lego. It's casual. I get into it once in a while. I go for 100% completion. It's puzzles. I love puzzles. Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, I did 100%. That's a good game. Again, here are the Call of Duties. I like to own them all. I'm behind maybe one or two at the time. I prefer Battlefield. Battlefield 4, I think, is probably the best one out of... If I compare Battlefield to Call of Duty, I'll take Battlefield. It's okay, Call of Duty, but nah, it's not as good as it used to be. It's too easy. There's my Madden. During football season, all I'll play is Madden. During the week, I'm online. I'll play bam, 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 and I don't know. I'm better than average. I'm definitely not the best, of course. I don't know if my record is up there. I probably have 500 wins and 300 losses. So just to show you, I'm a little bit above average. But there's always someone better. If I were buried in an island, if I was deserted in an island, call it Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes, I'll take one video game with me in a deserted island. This will be the game. If I have online access, that's a bonus. This will probably be my favorite PlayStation 3 game. GTA 5. 100% completion plus the Platinum Trophy. It's a very huge accomplishment. That's doing everything into the moon, plus a little bit more. Only 1% of all Grand Theft Auto players have that Platinum Trophy. That's a fact. Okay, here's the good stuff. Some of my official gaming guides, Madden tips. Yeah, there's your Lego crap. Grand Theft Auto. And here are the Guinness books. Oh, and here's Charlie, who's my camera dog. He's doing a good job. Charlie observes everything I do. Doesn't have much to say. Okay. So, take out some of the Guinness books. I have every single Guinness book, Guinness Gamers Edition book made. So here, just going down the list. This was the very first one. The Twin Galaxies. Twin Galaxies and Guinness, yes, they got together and they created this book. So this is the first book they made. And yeah, to my surprise, just buying the book, not even thinking I was new to Twin Galaxies at the time, back in 2008. Oh my God, all of a sudden looking through it, there I was. Probably my favorite Commodore game, California Games. They put me in there for the half pipe. We'll focus that in. There it is. Yeah, back in the summer of '87. Oh man, I was hooked. I love it how they had to put this game in, because again, this game meant something to me. Again, it's a great score. It could be beaten. The half pipe in California Games, Commodore 64. God, that was my summer of '87. I was 17 years old. I did the score back in 2007. There you go. So that was 20 years later. Half pipe. Yeah, when you're in the book like this, it's cool. When you're in the book for the first time, it's like, wow. And this was the first time I had that actual, wow, I'm in the book. Didn't make it in the back that year, just made it in the book. Next year, 2009. I don't know, what did I do? Let's see, I have a marker here. Yeah, it's just, okay. Just the back of the book. Pinball Hall of Fame. No, basically this was your high score listing in the back of the book. Most gamers that played were active, got into the back. But it's still cool to see your name. Pinball Hall of Fame for the Wii was big back then. Let's see, I had 2 markers, yeah. Okay, and then they went soft cover. Okay, this is probably my favorite book out of all of them, the 2010. And they put me in for one of my favorite games, the simulation. Yes, Gran Turismo 4, the PS2. They put me in for the amount of seconds on the driving mission mode. That was cool. So, made the book there. Not the back, though, just the front. I mean, the cover. True hardcore Gran Turismo players will own the Logitech G24 steering wheel. You gotta have this to love the game. This changes the whole aspect of playing. Not many people are fans of the wheel, but this was something that for those that are really into GT Gran Turismo, you gotta have the wheel. Just got my latest game. I just got it a week ago was GT6, and I just used the wheel the other day. It is pure awesomeness. It works even better than GT5. It can't get any better than that. So yeah, all my books are here. Let's see. Guinness World Records 2011. Let's see. Did they put me in the back? No, I don't have a. Yeah, some scores. Oh yeah, I made it for Boom Blocks. This was the Steven Spielberg game. I gave this game to my niece and nephew back in New York. I think I was done with this. This was, yeah, for the Wii. Boom Blocks, Master Challenge levels, and that's under the puzzles. Gotta love puzzles. And the back. No. Didn't make the back of the book that year. 2012, yeah, let's see. More scores in the back. Ah, here we go, 2012 in the back. Just scores outright. With the rest of the Twin Galaxy gamers. Marvel Pinball. And over here, Pinball Hall of Fame. Oh yeah. They put Pinball Hall of Fame scores across the board for the PS3. There I am. 2013. Yep. In the back. Ah, Parappa the Rapper. God. Yeah, I forgot what I was in for. It's a good thing I put markers here to find them. And then, yeah, 2014, 15, I got the books. But, yeah, they stopped putting us TG gamers in the books. It was all about the games, not the gamers. So, hopefully that trend goes back to the book. Nah, it's cool. I'm a collector. Well, whether I or anyone else is in the book or not, they're a fun read. So, got the whole collection here. So, I guess that's it. You've seen my retro room. You saw this is my modern room. This is the man cave. And the dog cave, Charlie. So, that's it. My advice to the new gamers who want to compete, hey, just have fun. This is all about fun. There's always someone better, like I said. You gotta enjoy it. I think if you take it too seriously, or if it controls your life, then you're doing it all wrong. It's all about having fun, competing. Yes, there's always someone better than you, but it's fun just to play and see what you can do. The best thing about getting world records or at World Records of Twin Galaxies is if someone competes with you and beats you, it's even more fun beating it back. That's the excuse to play again. That's it. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching my video. And that's it. See you all on the site. Ciao.